on the podcast tonight, because I mean, for me, this has been a great experience, and I love having people on the air with us who I actually legitimately enjoy hanging out with, whether it's in person or online.
Aw, thanks.
You're making me all misty.
I know, I'm crying.
Got me in the feels.
Oh boy. I do have to say thank you to Weem, though, for providing the questions for the Grappler. It honestly was very, very appreciated. It was another interview I was completely clueless on, because I've known who he was, but not so much to the point that everybody else does.
I didn't know the Grappler too well before that. I only discovered him a couple of years earlier. When I told Weem that we were going to be interviewing the Grappler,
he probably screamed like a schoolgirl.
You pretty much wet your pants, Weem. I remember,
Yes, I did. I'm not ashamed.
Don't worry, I was. It took me about 6-7 hours to get over the shock when it was officially announced that we had him as a guest. I had to keep pinching myself, wondering if I was dreaming or what was going on.
Yeah, that was way too easy to go up and set up that interview. He wanted to come on the show, so
yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah. I guess, we've only got a couple of minutes left before we go off the air here. So I guess I just want to give you guys kind of a forum to speak about some upcoming shows that you guys are really excited about.
We'll start with Amy.
Amy, yeah, I mean...
Well, I'm not, right now I'm working with, oh gosh. I can't remember half the shows I'm on. It's kind of sad. With WWH, we just got done Hell's Gate. So I've been RPing there as Lilith. I have off this week, so I don't have a match. With Maya, I just started back with MCW, so I don't have a match there. But I've been on a podcast with Angie, a girl named Angie, who's Julia Brooks, and Taryn Willow, or Travis Blake, who is plays Lilith's brother in WWH, and that's called the Final Deletion Podcast, which is on Thursday nights at 8.
I remember that podcast very, very fondly.
Yeah. Tiger Mask Red was on a couple weeks ago, which was actually it was a fun show because I didn't realize until after he started talking that it was him. I was like, hey, that's you!
Oh, yeah, that was great. That was like, oh my goodness, Amy?
Oh, God. Hey, it's you!
Yay! And
so, yeah. Sorry.
Oh, no, that's okay. I wasn't sure if you were done.
I'm trying to get another Efed up, but I haven't spoken to the person I'm working with. But it's going to be another angle fed. It's supposed to be called Sex Entertainment.
Oh, God. Is that the one you're trying to do with Nirvana?
Yes.
Oh, God.
It's called Sinful Entertainment. I'm sorry. I did have the S right, but it's Sinful Entertainment. But I haven't talked to Nirvana in a while. I keep trying to message him, and he's not responding to me, so I think he's ignoring me, which kind of ticks me off, but oh well.
Yeah,
Maya's not going to give Nirvana any until he gets back to her.
There you go. Yeah, that sounds a lot like Nervy, from what I know of him. And Weem, you want to do a shout-out for any shows coming up?
Well, Hammerstein is going to beat the Kraken at Lions Road this Thursday. Simultaneously, he's going to be in the WWH on Thursday also.
Yay. Double duty.
Let's see, he's going to be in Dark. He's going to be in the UKWF. He's going to be in Guerreros of Lucha. Seattle Pro 2 nights in a row. And then I'm going to take a long nap.
I guess for me,
all these shows on like the same continent, at least, or like within a drive away or something. Or it's like one in Japan and another one in Mexico or something.
London for the UKWF show. I think everything else is on the continental US. I mean, he's racking those JetBlue points up, though. He's,
I was thinking you must be you must have your own private TARDIS, just so you could go off and bend the laws of time and space.
Oh, God, he's a hardy.
Yes!
It's Guy Fieri. He can do anything anyway.
He's going to be broken after a while and take Fandango 1 through time and space.
Oh, God! But, yeah... I honestly, in this game, it really does. It feels like you have to be able to bend the laws of times and space, because how can you explain, being able to wrestle in, Canada on one day and then like 3 hours later you're wrestling in Japan? That's physical. That's literally what's happened to me on this game.
Yeah, it's kind of impossible.
It's absolutely impossible. But I mean,
that is impossible. It's pro wrestling. Fake pro wrestling.
But
Fake pro wrestling. I like the way
we're pretending to be people pretending to be wrestlers.
Exactly. That's the best way to go off it, to put it. Pretend people pretending to wrestle. Yeah. And I guess as for me, you can, if you're a fan of Efeds, you can see Eli Buchanan in the corner of his Kraken, who will destroy Hammerstein this Thursday in Lions Road. And then in the main event, Guerreros de Lucha's show, which I think is going to be up on Sunday. Tiger Mask Red is in the main event, facing Avery Miles III for the Ray the Rays Championship. Tiger Mask Red was also going to be inducted into the GOL Hall of Fame that same night, which I absolutely don't feel like I deserve whatsoever.
I think, how'd you manage that?
I don't know. I don't even
pay off.
Like, how do I even deserve the spot? I have no clue. But apparently, I must have bribed someone, because I can't figure out why Tiger got in there and like Avery Miles III didn't, considering he's been so much more successful in the organization than Tiger has. But I mean, that's kind of what it's like for me. So I do know I'm going to have a couple of sleepless nights, because I have a lot of writing to try to get done within the next 5 days.
Is Captain Fizz still a pretend announcer somewhere in any of these worlds?
No.
Aww.
No. Yeah, no, that was actually kind of fun.
It was.
Doing those Estrel shows where Captain Fizz and the Mask Guy were the play-by-play, crew. For it. If I could ever... I may have to literally take a break from all other e-fetting just to go off and bring back shows like that, because, I mean, that was fun.
If anyone listening out there wants to, steal the Captain Fizz name for a wrestler, by all means, just cut me into it.
You do realize we don't get paid to do this.
I never said paid. Just make sure you let me know so I can actually read it. I'd love to see myself.
Can I use him as Hammerstein's Stagger Lee character?
Sure, why not?
He leaves town but comes back as Captain Fizz.
Do you know who Stagger Lee is?
No.
Okay.
He has no clue what you're talking about either.
You've got to YouTube Stagger Lee. Oh my God.
He doesn't know. I mean, he was like Tennessee Lee, or he was Colonel Rob Parker from WCW.
Oh God, I hated that guy.
You still don't know who I'm talking about?
I'm completely lost, but I don't care. Captain Fizz could be like the floor mat for all I care.
How the hell are we friends? Like, seriously, you know nothing about wrestling.
That's okay. You still love me.
Yes, I do.
And AJ Styles is about to attack Shane McMahon again. Oh, never mind. It's not Shane McMahon.
Oh.
It's Rhino and Heath Slater.
One man band.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So
I love Rhino. I met him at a cheesesteak place. Shane's here.
Well, I thank you both for coming onto the show. It has been absolutely wonderful.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
Okay, so I mean, this is so thanks again for coming on the show. This is the time we kind of do our shameless plugs, but we'll let you guys go first. Amy, if anyone wants to find out about you or any of your characters, how is the best way for them to reach you?
Twitter. My main character is at Maya Denton or Maya A Denton. I should put. What is it? Yeah, Maya A Denton. Sorry. I have Evans Lilith. Is another character that I go. Those are the two major Twitter pages you guys can get me at. I'm on Facebook under my own name of Amy Simons. Basically, that's the best way to get me. If anyone wants to listen to Final Deletion podcast, look up my name. I'm kind of like the third co-host, I guess. Unofficially the third co-host of the show. Yeah, that's about it.
All right, and Weem, do you even want people to be able to get a hold of you?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I did. You can find me at I'm Just Some Guy 1.
Which is
that's my character Twitter account for Hammerstein. My out of character, my personal one is at Real Wimutabi. That's for when I don't feel like typing hashtag OOC. And that's about it. Pretty much any Efed you come up with, I'll probably either have been there or will be there, getting my brain stomped in, and befuddling people with the way I talk.
Yeah, and Weem, before we go off the air, I gotta tell you, you really do sound like Terry Gordy.
Oh, Bam Bam Gordy.
Terry Bam Bam Gordy. You told me you sort of sounded like him, and you honestly, you do. You remind me of Terry Bam Bam Gordy, for sure.
Well, if I meet you, I'll give you the Asian Spike then.
Okay, well do. So I guess it's time for us to go off and shamelessly plug ourselves. You can follow us on Twitter.
You can follow me, because I am the best, at Real CAPT Fizz, so at Real Captain Fizz.
First worst, second's the best. You can follow me at That Mask Guy. Follow the show at FizzMash Show. Better yet, why don't you just go to our website, www.fizzmashshow.com. And there's a bunch of pictures on there. We've posted some episodes.
Haven't got there yet.
You haven't got there. You're fired. You
can't fire me. I quit.
You can't quit. You're a slave.
No, that's the monkeys.
Oh, okay. And why don't you guys go to our Facebook page? Just search Captain Fizz and the Masked Man.
Because you've been emancipated. You're not the guy anymore. You're the man. I don't know how that makes sense anymore.
That's actually better than...
Shut up. Stop correcting me.
Oh, God, we're going to hell.
Been there, got the t-shirt, they sent me back.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for everyone who's listening into the podcast and everyone who's going to go off and listen to this after we go off the air.
I apologize for nothing.
And you shouldn't, really. Thanks once again, Amy and Wheaton, for joining us on the air. This has been an absolute blast. We need to get you guys to come back on sometime soon. And Amy, I need to come back on the Final Deletion podcast again, because that was an absolute hoot.
Yeah, bring in Captain Fizz, would you, too? I guess we can
that
have
actually would
one.
be pretty glorious. So, guys, it's time for us to go. So, in the meantime and in between time, good night, God bless, and may the Force be with you.
And as always, stay frosty, my people. Good
Good night.